to thank everyone for joining us today. We're going to be talking about our GE Classic to Foundation Cloud plans. A couple of housekeeping notes. We will be recording today's session and we'll send it out to those that have registered. And also we've set aside some time at the end of this presentation to take questions, but you can also enter your questions into the Q&A on the Zoom screen. So today you'll be hearing from both our CEOs, Jeff Kahn and Brian Greeley, as well as our Chief Technology Officer, Kevin Halloran, and Chrissy Bio, our Vice President of Client Experience. If you don't know me, my name is Amy Strom, the Director of Client Success. So today we'll be covering how NPAC's going to be moving forward with our Foundation Cloud platform. To do this, NPAC will end support of our Grant Edge Classic platform on March 1st, 2024. Our Foundation Cloud platform is really the cloud version of GE Classic and will provide your organization with advancements that will support your organization's philanthropic efforts, stakeholder engagement, and support funding for your programs that are essential to your communities. We're going to cover some of the benefits of our Foundation Cloud platform and really talk about security, the modern user and donor experience, the powerful integrations, as well as the cost of ownership. I'm going to pass this off to Kevin Halloran to talk about security.
Great, thank you, Amy. As Amy said, my name is Kevin Halloran. I'm the Chief Technology Officer here at NPAC. Appreciate everybody being here today. I just want to touch on security and how that relates to our migration, the migration to Foundation Cloud. This actually is not only a great thing to look forward to, it's actually a large reason that we are unfortunately having to sunset GE Classic. The number of the vendors products that we use to build GE Classic are sunsetting their technologies. Subsequently, that opens a number of security vulnerabilities that we just don't feel comfortable letting our customers have that kind of potential risk. So beyond that, we're excited about all the great things that the migration is going to bring us. For those who don't know, Foundation Cloud will be moving to Microsoft Azure. Azure is Microsoft Cloud's cloud computing platform. I guarantee you many of the applications you use every day are running on this platform. It's ultra modern and high availability, built for enterprise level applications that range from everything from banking to governments to healthcare. And as you can see here on the list, I won't make your eyes glaze over, but has many important standards that it adheres to. Most importantly, probably to most of y'all would be the SOC 1 and SOC 2 compliance. As well, we will be integrating with Twilio, which will help us streamline our email systems. And just like Azure, they comply with many of the most popular and trusted standards. I also want to go ahead and mention that through 2023, NPAC we've actually already begun working on our SOC compliance. So that's something we're looking forward to making an announcement about, and to once again help shore up security, make sure that all our customers are feel good about where their data is sitting. So with that, I want to hand it over to Jeff Kahn. He's going to kind of expand on that and give you some highlights of many of the great things to look forward to. Jeff, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin, and apologize. I have a bit of a cold. I have a 2-year-old at home who's essentially a biohazard and continues to infect me with daycare germs. So as part of this upgrade, I mean, we're dramatically, we believe that we're dramatically improving our user experience and then also the experience of your donors too. To start, I mean, our Foundation Cloud portal is a highly configurable design portal, that you'll be able to use to match the branding and feel of your website. One other thing to know is, and it's in that top screenshot, is the upcoming release has really a fully redesigned modern donor advised grant request workflow, and we'll be working on continue to modernize and streamline the new gift and new funds workflows as well. Generally, I mean, we want to reduce the number of clicks and friction required for your donors to enter their gifts and grant recommendations, and for you guys to do your jobs, and provide all information in a single page. Enable you guys to zoom quickly to other integrated systems as well from our Foundation Cloud. We've also significantly upgraded our email correspondence capabilities with the Twilio SendGrid integration. We have an HTML editor that makes it very, very easy and simple to edit correspondence. And then on the competitive grant and scholarship side, we feel like we have a very easy to use drag and drop editor that enables application previews and HTML text editors as well. We're also introducing Google Analytics to give you guys a view as to how your donors are using your site, and how your scholarship and grant applicants are using your site, and the issue, whether how quickly they're able to kind of move through those core processes, which provides insight for us to build products for you as well. And then last, we've released Microsoft Power BI that provides significantly enhanced and improved reporting capabilities above Microsoft SQL Server reporting services product that was that's in the process of being sunset by Microsoft. Christy, do you want to handle the next piece regarding your integrations?
Absolutely. So I'm going to share a little bit more about the expansion of our integrations within Foundation Cloud. So as you all are aware, Foundation Cloud essentially sits in the middle and then integrates with leading CRMs and financial accounting systems. And so here at Impact, we really believe in the best-in-class system and helping our customers build a technology stack that not only meets the needs of one team, but all departments across your guys' organization. And with that philosophy, we have expanded our integrations here at Impact. So you can definitely still integrate with Blackbaud's Razor's Edge and Financial Edge in XT, as well as on the CRM side, Salesforce.org, so on their nonprofit success pack. And then on the financial accounting side, we also now integrate with Sage Intacct. We have additional CRM integrations as well as financial accounting integrations coming later this year that we will be sharing more information about. But when it comes to a CRM and a financial accounting system, we really want you guys to be able to lean into those best-in-class systems, those systems that are delivering the best CRM and the best financial accounting aspects to nonprofits throughout the industry. Outside of the CRM and financial accounting side, we, as Jeff mentioned, are also integrating with Microsoft's Power BI to really leverage dashboards, further reporting integrations, and really help you all build visualizations to truly tell the story of the great impact that you're having in your communities through the reporting powers. And then lastly, we're really excited to share a little bit more about our integration with Fiserv. Fiserv is a new payment processing platform that Foundation Cloud will be integrating with. So outside of integrating with BBMS, you can now choose Fiserv for your payment processing. We will be sharing more about that integration within the next month or so, about the rates for processing and the competitive advantage that Fiserv offers when processing payments for your organization through Impact's Foundation Cloud Community Portal. So these are the integrations we currently have today. And as I mentioned, we have more coming, but we are really excited to continue to expand these integrations so that your organization has the opportunity to choose what is the best tech stack for them. So I'm going to turn it on over now to Brian, who's going to dive in a little bit deeper about the total cost of ownership for Foundation Cloud, lowering it, excuse me.
Hey guys. Thank you, Chrissy. So I want to talk about the total cost of ownership. So this is a big sort of focus area, I think, for a lot of customers, a lot of clients when they think about like, oh man, we're moving to the cloud. What is that going to cost? And like, you get hit with like a headline number, and you sort of are, maybe you have cold feet or something like that when you see the pricing. And so this is an analysis done by Yankee Group Research a few years back, where it sort of compares, I would call it the visible versus invisible costs to software. And so if these are meant to be icebergs, if you will. And so on the left, you see on-premise software. You have sort of the software licensing costs you can sort of tell above water. However, what you don't really measure into that sort of just high level software cost is the cost of the hardware that you need to run your servers, your switches, your routers, your networking equipment, in order to provide that software to the users at your facility, your office, what have you. I think a lot of also things like Citrix licenses, if you're doing remote work, et cetera, at your local foundations, given sort of the remote work movement here post-COVID. There's a lot of sort of costs associated with that aren't sort of in that headline sort of software licensing number. Also just having an IT person on staff to help manage that server, reboot, whatever needs to be done there. And then you have your typical maintenance training, implementation, all that sort of stuff. When you move over to the cloud computing side, you can see here, you're generally only paying a subscription fee. That sort of we manage all the server stuff in the background. We manage, well, not us actually, Microsoft, but we help manage it with Microsoft Azure. But we manage all that stuff on the background on our side so that you guys don't have to worry about, hey, I need an IT person on staff to reboot our server. I need to upgrade our server. I need to do X, Y, Z. That is all taken care of for you. And that is sort of bundled into the subscription fee. And so when you actually price it out, the total cost of ownership into the cloud is anywhere from 50% plus in terms of over like a 5-year span cheaper than dealing with everything sort of on premise. And there's just a lot of ongoing costs in terms of having your software on premise. And I think a lot of you guys also have third-party hosting providers as well. So you're actually paying another hosting provider to do this stuff for you, where it could be a lot cheaper actually just in the cloud, where you're not having someone on staff to apply patches and upgrade stuff and rewriting any integrations that you need, or dealing with, viruses or whatnot. So all that's sort of taken care of you. And generally, when you think about it in a total cost of ownership frame over a multi-year span, it is significantly cheaper to migrate to the cloud. So I'll hand it off to Amy there, and she can go about the timeline.
Yes. So let's review the timeline. We did send out communications on this. Our timeline right now consists of on March 1st, 2023, NPACT will no longer enhance the Grant Edge Classic platform. We will only be releasing fixing critical security issues. On March 1st, 2024, we will end support for Grant Edge Classic. If your organization is in the process of migrating to the Foundation Cloud, we will support that Classic. Oops, went back. That we will support that Classic as it relates to your migration. And if your organization would like to continue to use the Classic platform and do not wish to migrate to Foundation Cloud, you'll still have access. However, we will no longer support that software at that time. And then on March 1st, 2025 is when NPACT will no longer be hosting Grant Edge Classic. If you are already on Foundation Cloud, but you utilize the GE Classic view or the database view, that will also follow this same timeline. I'm going to go ahead and go over what we can do to really help this be easier for you as well. We do have resources available for anyone making this transition, as well as those that are just transitioning their business processes from the Classic view to the cloud view. We have enhanced our support portal with links to our knowledge base for all of our products, as well as on-demand training videos. And as most of you already know too, our Let's Talk Solutions webinar series is very popular, where we review trainings every month on all the cloud business processes. So with that, I really want to open this up for questions and see if you have any questions that we can address on any of this information. Does anybody have any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself and ask away.
Hi, this is Melanie from Milwaukee. So we in our grant entry process, recently, the 3 people that are involved in the process did a test run of the whole process in the Foundation Cloud. And we noticed quite a few features that are in Classic that aren't in the Foundation Cloud for that process. So I'm just wondering what the best way to go about either requesting that those be added or finding out if those things are going to be updated in the cloud. Just what's the best way to go about doing that?
Hey, Melanie, I'll take that. I mean, we would be happy to have our director of product branding here walk through it's like those same kind of workflows in Foundation Cloud with you. I mean, we are kind of essentially kind of day-to-day functional parity between the functions that you may be accomplishing in G Classic and Foundation Cloud, and I have a feeling that it is most likely like configuration, or we can find workarounds to get you guys the fields or information or specific process steps that you need. So
I think that answers Bonnie's question as well. Bonnie and Melanie, like from our understanding and our product, our Brandon Kier, our director of product, has basically stated that we're at full feature parity. Anything you can do in Classic, you should be able to do in Foundation Cloud. Now, maybe it's a different way, different method, different process, but theoretically, everything that you can do in Classic, you can now do in Foundation Cloud. And again, we are happy to have you on a call with him to sort of walk through what process you're doing that you're maybe having hangups on the Foundation Cloud. And then hopefully he can maybe show you the new process. Or I don't know when that was, by the way, when your walkthrough was, but things I think we had a big release last Q4 that basically got us there. And so maybe it was like an older version, but the current version right now, from our understanding, does anything you should be able to do on Classic.
Yeah, with that said, I mean, look, like we're aware that a number of you guys have had a number of customizations that were kind of like built on top of the core product by former ownership. We'll do our best to work with you to restore and kind of replicate those capabilities on the new system.
I think there's also a good example of what Brian and Jeff are talking about that the functionality is there, but it might just be in a different place, is like payment adjustments. If they're in a different place in the NXT field, some thought it wasn't there at all, but you just access it from a different screen.
So Amy, Brian, Jeff, this is Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Hi. So if we come across that in like our day-to-day activities, what's the best way to ask that question?
So we have a fancy new support portal. We have a fancy new support portal where there'll be training videos, and I believe we have a whole sort of like knowledge base / training video site that users can use to, hey, if I need to do a payment adjustment or whatever that Amy just mentioned, hey, there should be a video for that I think Veronica Garcia, who might be on our call, has been walking through and helping to build on our side. But I mean, we have that support portal where you can just put in a ticket and our support staff will either direct you to something that can answer your question in the knowledge base, or just walk you through it. And so we want to be consultative in this, and really we understand, like, look, any change is going to be hard. We're here to help you guys. This is a journey for all of us. It's a journey for you guys. It's a journey for us as well, because we want to get to a place where we're not shackled by, say, legacy decisions, legacy software, and we can aim to provide you some awesome, cool things going forward. But that transition period, we want to be there to hold your hand, show you guys, like, all right, this is how you do it. This is how you used to do it. And I think a lot of that will also come from the upgrade process, where you're sitting down with Amy, you're sitting down with Chrissy. The goal would be to sit down and get sort of your key processes and sort of be able to map those, and so that our implementation team can just walk you through, like, all right, these are the top 10 things I need to do. Let's just walk you through it during sort of the training process of getting you to the cloud.
I think
we appreciate that. Sorry, Amy.
That's great. I want to also mention that we're really enhancing our help menus as well. So there's been a significant amount of effort in updating those help menus. So that might be another place to look for if you I know you, Patty, you guys are already on the Foundation Cloud platform, but you utilize those classic screens. If you go into the Foundation Cloud platform, you can enter it in the support, the help menus there and see if it's there as well. But there's more
Okay.
work going to be done on that as well.
So today our team was internally meeting and some people, and I haven't gone and registered for support, but I know some people on the team had indicated that it was a challenge to like register for like the support. And so I don't know if you have like new directions for that, but
We do actually, you can send an email to access@npac.com and they will reach out to you and get you access to the new portal. Again, that's access@npac.com.
okay,
I will personally follow up with our support staff to ensure that Patty, you get an email. So I'll do that right now.
okay, thank you. I mean, otherwise, yeah, we are trying to do all our day-to-day activities in Foundation Cloud.
Yeah,
That's-
great.
And,
That's awesome.
but as we go along, just, we notice a couple of things and maybe it's just, we haven't figured it out yet, but,
Yeah.
And
Thank
look,
you.
we're trying, we can always get better, and we're trying to get better on training, videos, knowledge base, all that sort of stuff. Hopefully you guys can tell over the past 2 years, we've made a lot of strides, and we're hoping to continue to do that, and we'll continue to build all that stuff for you guys so that you guys, you know, when you're training a new employee or something, you can show them a knowledge base or show them some videos, and it's much easier for you guys. So we're working towards building stuff like that.
all right, thank you.
I see.
This is
Julie
Jen
Miller.
from Milwaukee, if I can ask another question. We have discovered from feedback from various people that when they use the Fund Viewer menu inside Spectrum and try to select reports, they get an error message, no reports available. But when we sign in as a fund advisor and use the drop-down menu for fund advisor, all the reports are available. And we have submitted that and had some back and forth within the portal. But this is an extremely urgent issue to us as Q4 reports are now available. Our agencies, multiple agencies are requesting. And so I'm wondering, was there a setting done under the hood by NPACT that would affect that? It is definitely not a permissions issue on our side. I've gone through several cases and checked the permissions and the fund relationships across CRM and Golda. And we've done lots of testing, internal testing, and having external agencies try as well. So it seems that something must have changed on NPACT's issue. But anyway, it's greatly impacting us and greatly frustrating us that our agencies at this time can't access their 2022 Q4 quarterly reports.
So Jen, I mean, I'll
Go ahead,
personally
Jeff.
look. No, Kevin, go for it. Because you're.
No, that shouldn't be happening. That's very odd. Yeah, we'll look into that, and let me see what we can come up with that. And that shouldn't take that long to get that resolved. We'll look into that. It's hard for me to speak to it if with not knowing the case. But we'll take a look.
Would you like me to, Kevin, would you like me to somehow like forward you the copy and paste the emails to you about it that we've sent
If you
in?
provide the case number to Kevin.
Yeah, if you can give me the
Okay.
case number, that'd be fantastic.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and you can even just put in the chat, and I'll grab it from there.
Okay, I will look it up.
Great.
Great,
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Kevin. I wanted, there's Julie Mueller also listed. We are still using Report Builder for reporting. How will these be accessible in the cloud?
So one of the great things about our migration to the cloud is the new reporting. And as well, once again, like I mentioned earlier, one of the reasons that we're having to move away from Classic is that there's some technologies that are being deprecated. One of those is the current technology that the reporting systems are built on in Classic. Unfortunately, those are slowly being removed by Microsoft. And so we will be moving to a new system. Jeff mentioned Power BI, and the beautiful thing about one of the beautiful things about Power BI is that it's all available right in the browser. You'll have we've done a lot of work coming up with a big list of canned out of the box reports that we believe our customers would like to see based on an analysis we've done. Beyond that, we'll be releasing more information about a migration process for existing reports. And beyond that is that you'll have the ability to create reports right in the browser. Additionally, you'll be able to create graphics and a lot of cool new things without having to load software, no SQL. It'll be a huge improvement. And
I think if you guys haven't seen the Power BI reporting stuff, like it's pretty cool what we can do with there. It's next generation type business analytics reporting, business intelligence type of stuff for you guys. I think it's going to be a huge benefit to a lot of you guys if and when you guys take a look at a demo and see what we can do with the Power BI platform. I think you guys will be very, very excited.
Agreed. Are there any other questions? Thanks, Jen, for entering that support case in there so Kevin can grab it. And then thank you to Veronica. She put in there, she created a video on how to access support. It's linked in our chat if anybody needs that. It's in the chat for this meeting. Any other questions? I think that's going to be it for our team then. We'll thank you all for joining us today. And please reach out if you have questions, or please feel free to utilize the support portal and access to all the knowledge base articles and the trainings as well. Thank you all.
Thank you for being our customers. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Have a wonderful
Thanks, Team
afternoon.
Impact.